Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Miami Dolphins.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Marino will throw. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 16 carries, 108 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now Marino. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Marino. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
first down. Dunn fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Sims. And his throw is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now.
Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle.
That's taken on the 25. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now Marino on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10, Marino once more, eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They go play action with Marino. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Touchdown, Dolphins! Mike Gesicki, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now it's Hyde on the return.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and make...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the...
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Taken from just outside the 30. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After the interception, here's Marino sliding out of the pocket, and he wisely will throw that one away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, it's 9-0. First down, Williams. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 41. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Marino to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Marino. They'll roll him out right. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the red zone now, Marino on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Sims. Evans has it left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He finds his man complete. That's Christensen.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's done. Clock running. The Bucs trying to go quickly and get set. To throw on 2nd down. Sims. He completes it to Evans. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. pressure, gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Sims. He finds his man. Complete. That's done. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where you see the final score there. Cam Newton leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Stephon Diggs, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. Now it's Hyde on the return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On first down, Sims under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
Second and 15.
Back to throw. Sims. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Done. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Sims. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McGee. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sims. He finds his man. Complete. It's McGee. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
But look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Christensen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
To throw on 2nd down, Sims. He finds his man. Complete. That's Christensen. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Now a give right side. It's done. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Sims. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the sack on first down, Marino going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. To throw is Marino. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Fourth down. Here's Marino. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Kelly. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with. If they could have stopped them right there on that down, now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had them blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but, hey, took off and found a way. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Sims. He finds his man complete. That's done. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Sims firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
And Marino going to throw despite the late lead. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Clayton. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Marino. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Marino flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Play fake. Here's Marino. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Marino's incompletion on 1st down leads to 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Again, it's Williams. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for the Dolphins, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to